I think I'm live. How's it going, y'all? I'm setting up for a podcast tomorrow morning, and I normally set up like super late at night after I get off work. And I figured, why not film it? I do this pretty much every week. I set up for a podcast, clients, reserve my space, and they come in here and they podcast and then they leave. Then I break down, and depending on the situation, if I have a photo shoot in here or if I have whatever the case is. So I figured, why not share that experience with y'all? So I thought I would. So I want to swap over to the camera I have in my hand here. This is the Sony A7S II, and I have um, a 20 millimeter lens. So we're going to swap to that so I can show y'all my desk. So this is my desk setup. Let's get this focus on. So I have my Rodecaster Pro 2 to capture audio, have my MacBook, I have a Sony A7 IV, and with a 16 to 35 millimeter lens, that's going to give me that wide look to capture like the whole room. And you're probably like, well, how is it? It's hanging in the air. I'm using a auto pole to hold it, and I metal, got this little metal rod from Home Depot, and this is the Godox VL 150 with a 26-inch lantern. So that's the lights that pretty much lights up this whole room. The lantern kind of helps, spread that light everywhere. So that's the station bay. Actually, I lied. Let me drag this over to the other monitor because that's what I normally do. So this is how I normally have it. Normally, I'm like sitting right here on this chair right here, and I basically will be able to see like all the angles. I'll be able to swap in between different angles. So like this, obviously I'll have the window a little bigger, but I'll sit right here. That way, my main camera, I'm not standing in front of the main camera. My clients could pretty much, take over that whole screen. So if I swap it over, you can kind of get a general idea of how the wide angle looks. This is pretty much like the side angle. This is like the side angle, how that would look, and then vice versa. You can say the other angle. Let me pop it here. So this is how this angle would look. Cropped in, obviously with a 50 millimeter lens, f1.4. That's how that would look. And then this angle, that's how it'll, point to that client, whatever the case is. I use an iMac. This is my first iMac right here. It's a 2012, late 2012 iMac, i7, 16 gigs of RAM. I upgraded it to a 16 gig and a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's pretty fast. I've been using it for years, and I use OBS to capture. I have a ATEM Mini Extreme ISO that sends the HDMI out to the iMac, and I'm using a Elgato Camlink 4K to basically view what the camera is viewing. That way, my clients, they can kind of feel like they're seeing what they can see themselves if they need to make adjustments. So again, let me kind of go over. So I have my main laptop, which I'm not looking at. I'm normally not sitting here. I'm sitting over there with the chair, and I have my 34-inch ultra wide, and I'm able to like see all the different angles, and I'm able to also see what's on the monitor over there, the iMac, and it's kind of like catty cornered in a way where the main host or the main guest or whoever can kind of see everything. And I have a camera right here. Depending on the situation, I might put the camera mounted on the desk, but usually I might just have it, right here on this tripod. Um, that's pretty much the station. We have the camera mounted on the ceiling, which helps a lot because I'm able to have the camera further away back. That way I can get, more of the room. I guess we can kind of like get on the other side. Let's get on the other side and I'll kind of like talk about that. So I have these two chairs, which I adore. Let me drop the ISO here. Or yeah. I love these chairs. Like these chairs, they're fan diddly tastic. Um, they to me they help make the room and the setup. I love them. And recently just got this room divider. I got it from OfferUp for like $30. It was a normally it costs around $100, but I was able to like snag it on offer for like $30. In the middle of the night. Behind it, I have a I have a ring light which kind of illuminates who's ever sitting there. Kind of illuminates their shoulder a little bit. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's like really bright right there. And then I have a light up here for the hair light, and then I have a light right here, pretty much illuminating like the whole room, sending light up and then bouncing it down, giving a nice little effect. And then I have another hair light for the subject that I'll be sitting down on that chair. Uh, Shure SM7V microphones and the XLR cables. I don't have them like in the middle of the floor right now. I do, but they're wired behind and kind of like snaked behind the wall here. And I also have that for the other side as well. Um, it's snaked down there. The greenery, just to make the place a little nice, and I don't know, it just makes it look really good. And the wood wall, which isn't perfect, it isn't perfect. I ran into some issues with this room. The wall itself is concrete, so when we have these masonry bits drilling in the wall, you kind of lose balance because it's really strong. It's not drywall. All the other walls that I've ever done for clients, they've been perfect except mine, and it's perfectly fine because I'm like, hey, I'm happy with it. uh, Carpet helps with this carpet down here I got from Target. It helps with the noise, like just the sound treatment of the room. The sound treatment in here it's pretty good. The carpet, I have the little room dividers, the wood wall. Oh my gosh, when I got it, it just helped out a lot. Let's talk about how I like the vibe of the room here. I use this spray to basically, let me see, get like this in focus here. This is a teak wood and tobacco room spray. Already sprayed it. I don't want to like spray it again, but I would spray the chairs and then the carpet to kind of give the room like a nice vibe. And during recording or before, I would, light this candle. This is a mahogany teak wood candle, and it smells fantastic. Let's talk about powering the cameras. So I have a V-mount battery that's powering the cameras here. All the cameras that I have, they normally have unlimited power. That's how this angle would essentially look. Let me see if I could like zoom. That angle will look like that. Looks pretty good. I don't know. I don't have the HDMI connected to it right now. I'll do that in a little bit. But this is the room. That's my beautiful wife right here. To me, this is like a really good setup. So camera here to that person, and camera there to that person, following that 180-degree rule. And we have our main camera right here, just to give y'all a bit of a perspective. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what's going on with Ecamm. I have the thing on the other screen, so I don't know if somebody's commenting or not. I don't really think so. It's like 3 a.m. But hope y'all enjoy this video. I mean, questions I'm trying to think that somebody would ask. Why do it? Why are you doing the studio at your home. It's really convenient. I like it here. I like creating here. I love creating an environment for other people to come create, learn, and grow. Uh, it's something that I've always, wanted to do. I've always dreamed of having a place that people could come, learn, create, and grow. Copy paste what I just said earlier, and yeah, this is something that I love to do. So I love creating spaces for people, and I love sharing the things that I have with others, and having a space in my home. I can do all of those things. So yeah, I mean, other questions, maybe like a technical one. I think you'd say like, why Sony? Well, Sony's pretty much. I got my first Sony camera from a friend. This was the Sony A7S II in 2000. I think like maybe like 16. A buddy of mine just like, hey, you wanna use this? I was like, sure, sure, SM7B, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. And I was shooting Nikon at the time, and I was doing podcasts with my Nikon, but the autofocus was not reliable, and the Sony just kind of hit home, and I just got a Sony A7C, and then I got another one, then I got the A7 IV, and I'm just pretty much a person who owns some Sony cameras, but at heart, I'm still a Nikon guy. um, I'm trying to think of anything else. Uh, this setup here, like the idea of that, the auto pull, kind of came about when I said I'm running out of room to put the tripod, because theoretically the tripod would be right here, right? That would mean the desk would be further away. And like, let me swap cameras here. So the tripod would be like right here. And then, like I said, the desk would have to be like, pulled closer. That would mean I would be way more closer to, the subjects there. I didn't want that. So what I ended up doing was thinking like, how can I re-engineer this room? Oh, just get an auto pull. I already had one. I was hanging the light there. And I was like, if I could figure out a way to throw my camera on there, it'll be so dope. And I got it done. Um, but yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any more questions about setups, design, and maybe some suggestions, let me know too in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Now let me get to Ecamm, because I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm on the other screen. So I already said bye and peace, but it's live. I can't just stop recording. So let me see. Oh, I can basically just hit stop recording on my Stream Deck. All right, y'all.